Hello, everyone. Welcome to High Vibes and a Mic. We are your hosts, Sylvia Madden and Veronique Anenter, moms in our 40s and 50s with lots of great spiritual insights and funny stories to light up your day. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hi everyone. So we're back for another episode on Twin Flame.
Mhm.
Um, Hi Sylvia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Are you ready for this episode? Because people have been asking, so
Yes,
we have to do it.
so ready.
So today we're going to talk about Twin Flame, but more about the documentary from Netflix, Escaping Twin Flame. And
Mhm.
that was, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the beginning. When I first talked to you about this, I think you
Mhm.
thought that because they always show the guy, but actually the woman started this because that guy met her. He was of course, he was lost. He was looking for
Mhm.
something, and he met her, and she started that old twin flame thing, saying, you're my twin flame, and blah blah blah. And so they started that, I think, as a Facebook group, which is like, not very dangerous, just a
Yeah.
nice Facebook group, recruiting people, recruiting coaches and stuff. And I think the little trap there is that it's like a pyramid, like a pyramid scam. Because to be part of the group, you have to take classes,
Right.
which are very expensive. Like one class, $500. Then you have to go to the next level, six,
Yeah.
$700. And then you can become a coach. And to become a coach, you have to take more classes
Of
to
course.
be able,
Yeah.
right, to coach people. So I think the pyramid was really well done because you're working for them for free because you have to pay for your classes.
And you're giving them
Profit
money.
marketing.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're giving them
It's
money.
free money
Yeah,
from the beginning for like a 1 hour free class, right? Like it just starts like that from like something like a 30-minute workshop to all the way to university, like like Twin Flames University or something like that
from university. Give me a break to find your love
to
in the
find
university.
your yeah.
I was watching that. I'm like, how can people be so freaking? I don't understand how you can get in there. I mean, you
Me
can be
neither.
caught up in the beginning. Some people escape. That's the title. They escape twin flames.
Mm-hmm.
Some escape, but they took a long freaking time. I'm sorry. I mean, the one who talk about it in the documentary. Maybe some escaped right away,
Yeah.
but some of them they took a long time to realize. This guy had like project manager, tech support, whatever, for the website to work. People there working 24/7 for free.
Yeah, it is a cult, right? Like since we're in the
Yeah,
cult theme, it's pretty much a cult because that's how cults
yeah.
operate. They
Mm-hmm.
create this whole business thing, like everyone with a role, everybody pretty much working for their master, right? The main person who becomes their gods, and there's a lot of like sexual activities involved, and it's all about
Of
sex and
course.
this and that.
Money.
Yeah, it's so funny to see since we talked about Rajneesh and like to see
Yeah.
the theme as it is. Like, I'm sorry, but this twin flame thing, prove me wrong, but so far it really looks like it is a big time cult.
Yeah.
Like for with anything else, if you become obsessed with anything and anyone, like Taylor Swift,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be
Oh
doing
no.
like everything that she does, everything that she says. I wrote
Yeah.
all her songs are amazing. I'm sorry, like if you get triggered, if you say anything bad about her, yeah, you might be part of a cult. So, like,
Yeah.
be
Purposely.
careful with that. Just watch,
Who
like, make sure,
cares?
like, are you following your own knowledge and intuition, or you're just following what someone else is telling you, right? Like Jane said in that podcast,
Yeah.
right?
I
So,
think the worst for me in the documentary was to see people again, people going down, that path and not being able to come back up, but people bringing other people with them. Like
uh
that
huh,
lady, she So she was in that relationship with the twin flame. Then she brought her young sister. And that was heartbreaking because her sister was maybe like 18, 19 years old, very like naive. And one day they were, which, oh, by the way, which I think was really weird. Everything was filmed. Everything was filmed and we had access
Hmm.
to everything. So I
Yeah.
don't know if when she escaped, she took all the drives, the driver with her, she took all the USB keys, the lady. But
Yeah.
we could
How
see
did she
everything,
do
the
that?
email, the everything. And so during the meeting, they were asking the young girl, so that couple, evil couple, were asking the young girl, so did you get, did you find your twin flame? Did you get some news? She's like, no, no, like, no, I haven't found anybody. And like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, pressing her. She's like, well,
Hmm.
yeah, I received a message from a random dude on Facebook or Instagram, I don't remember. Random guy. They're like, yeah, that's it. That's him.
That's
That's a twin
him.
flame. That's him. And you can see the face. She was like, no, that's not. I don't like that dude. He's like 10 years older than her, mental health issue, completely crazy. I think he
Hmm.
didn't even work. And they said, no, 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 we meditated last night. It's him.
Unbelievable.
The thing they were coming up with, they were like, okay, last night we're just gonna meditate for everybody in the commune or stuff like that, and
Hmm.
we're gonna tell everybody who your twin flame is. We're just gonna meditate, and oh, okay, come back the following day. Okay, so Sylvia, this person is your twin flame. Veronique, this person is your twin flame. Yeah, but I'm straight. No, no, it's okay. She can change her gender.
Yeah, not only change your your taste, right? Your sexual taste, you have to actually change your gender. Like, oh, you run a lot of divine masculine energy, so you should become. And I saw the clip of this lesbian
Yeah,
couple, and then she was
yeah,
just like, so we're gonna start calling you Dan, wasn't it something like that instead of
yes.
Anne? And she's like, I don't know about that. So sick.
They really, they really mess with her. That poor woman. They really mess. Do you know? Because you know what? I don't know if that clip they show you at the beginning what they did to her. They
Mm,
told her her twin flame was a guy at the beginning because I think she was already gay. I think she was. No, she said she's bisexual. She said she's bisexual, but they told her this is your man, and the man,
mm,
and she was after the man and everything. The man was like, okay, we can be friends or whatever. And then he told her, I'm gay actually, so I'm not attracted to you. And he had a boyfriend, and that couple was like, no, this is your twin flame. Don't don't let go. Don't, you have to go. He sees the twin flame. He doesn't know that you are, his twin flame. He's not gay. He doesn't know he's straight. He should be straight. He doesn't know. And after they're like, so she continued to harass the guy. He's like, I'm going to call the police on you. And then the couple is like, you know what? It's your fault. You're too masculine. That's why, he doesn't want to be with you because you can't have two divine masculine. You have to be more
mm-hmm,
feminine. So she get her hair like longer. She put makeup on, wear skirt and stuff. Of course, nothing happened. After a while, they can realize, I think, the fake couple that, okay, no, this guy is gay, nothing's gonna happen. And they meditate and they're like, actually, oh yeah, in the congregation, we find you the twin flame. And that's when they say, that's a woman. This is the woman.
mm-hmm,
And the other
mm-hmm.
woman, and the other woman is like, but I'm not gay. So
Oh
they said
my
to that poor woman, when they said she was too masculine, she was blah, blah, or actually, you're divine masculine, so you need to go back to look like a man. So she cut her hair. No, I'm sorry. No, no. If
Isn't it
if people,
completely crazy? Like, and to know that people actually do those things. What kind of mental state can you be at that
I
you
don't know.
let it? It's sad, and they really take advantage of people. And if people are okay with that, like they're in a desperate mode, like breaking up with no, just broke up with a person, and then they like try to get the person back, and they read about twin flames and what? No, yeah, no, this actually you're gonna stay with that person, so you can harass a person, you can stalk the person, you can cheat on your partner, you can
Yeah.
destroy other people's other marriages just because that person is your twin flame. So why do you try to propagate here? Can you have a little bit of like, this is a very serious thing that I don't think that we are having like honest conversations about it. Try to sell this twin flame thing, just taking advantage of people who are weak or going through some difficult times, just manipulating them. And then you have like
And
those crazy stalkers everywhere. Like,
yeah,
no way.
and
There's
one went to jail. In the documentary, she went to jail because they told her, "This is your twin flame. You have to go for him." And the guy was like, "You know what? It's not going to work out between us." They went out, but it's like, "Nah, it's not for
mm,
me." He wants for us. And she insisted. And one night, she said, that was a mistake. That was a coincidence. She went to the club for her birthday, and he was there. But he had like a restraining order under, against her. He already had a restraining order because she was harassing him so much. And he saw her. He called the cops and she went into jail and she couldn't call anybody. The thing that I think is crazy because we've been talking about cult this whole week, it's
yeah.
cult week.
Cult
It's
week.
cult week, people. But that one, I don't get it because the other cult, the Rajneesh and other thing, people are like face to face. You know what I mean? They're like for Jen, they're building stuff. You can kind of understand, you're in that movement. But that one, it's all online. You just have to click, because the people who were escaping, they just click on delete the Facebook group, and they were out. That's all you have to do, delete. So I don't understand when somebody tells you you're divine masculine, then you're feminine, or you gay, you've changed your gender. How do you not click on that freaking delete button and you
Yeah,
stay
and
there and
just
you do
leave.
it? Yeah,
Just leave. But I think
it's not.
they hook you up so good that it's probably so like to cancel anything, you have to talk, like that you buy some like memberships, for instance,
No,
that you
non
try
Sylvia,
to delete.
non Sylvia,
What if they take your
no.
money, like your account is connected to them, like your bank account, and you're like, hey, I'm done with this. Oh yeah, we have your bank account here, we just continue to charge you for the program, for this and for that. I mean, you can be totally hooked to, of course
Yeah,
they could do that.
I mean,
So it's not easy.
Everybody who was in the documentary who wanted to leave, they just click on delete. That's all. Each of them I say, the first thing I did, click on delete the Facebook group, because this is what everybody was meeting, the Facebook group. Just delete everything. And then when they did that, they're starting to be blocked on there was other platform they were working on, where they're selling the food or whatever, the church, because after it became a church, of course.
There's a
They
church,
started
yeah.
blocking them there. So, and there was one woman, she was like, "Oh, actually, they didn't even, I deleted everything. They didn't even block me. She had access to everything." You know what she did? She started downloading all the secret meetings, all the Zoom meeting. She recorded, she downloaded everything and she kept it. And that's why we see everything in the documentary. She's showing us
Hmm.
everything. So they're kind of a bit stupid, by the way. They're not very high tech. But I don't understand online. How can you be brainwashed online?
Because I
So then
think
they
that's the
brainwash you
way
online.
nowadays. It's easy. It's probably even easier to do it online, actually, because it's from the comfort of your home. You don't have to go somewhere. But from what I was reading too, they
Mm-hmm.
also
Mm-hmm.
had people go to their house to pretty much work as their little slaves, maids, for free. They're saying like they're having like a little like it's a program, but they're actually working in their mansion, just building stuff for them and for free,
Mm.
for free.
Talking about mention, there was one in the episode. There was one little clip where you see her at freaking Chanel or Louis Vuitton, one of those two, and she's
Hmm.
like, I think it's Chanel. And she's like, "Look at my store. Look what I just bought." When people are freaking starving in the Facebook group because they can't pay the coach, classes. Then the guy is filming her like he's filming her like, "Yeah, you see, look at my wife," and she's in like
Yeah.
a Chanel.
So people are getting broke. They are becoming
Oh
psychotic,
yeah,
like chasing. Like, can you imagine? It's already bad enough in normal life. You break up with someone, you can get some
yeah.
lunatic who's going to be like, "Oh yeah, you're married. You don't want to be with me." But when it's like just there's none of that involved. At some point, you're going to be like, "Yeah, it's fucked up. The person is married, doesn't want me. So I'm just gonna move on with my life." But with this idea, they're just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, twin flame, divine feminine, divine masculine. He's my this, he's my that, she's my that." And then you're just gonna justify any insane action. Do these people realize what they're doing? The ones who are selling this type of stuff, who are coaching
Yeah.
that, do they realize the huge danger that it can be of like really
You-
hurting a lot of people? Do they realize it? That's the thing. I don't think they do. Because for me, first thing I think about it's like
Mhm.
free pass to all that is bad, very bad behavior. So there's nothing good about it. I think it's all.
You
I'm
know,
sorry.
when they woke up, at least two of them when they woke up when it was about money. So the first
Mm,
one, she woke up because she was in charge of recruiting, whatever, and they're starting telling her, okay, now we need to try to save some money. We don't want, to pay taxes because they were starting to make a lot of money, right? So they
hmm
said we're gonna say we're a church. This way we're not gonna have to pay taxes. But she was the one in charge of doing all of that, and she was like, that doesn't smell good because if we get caught, I'm the one with my name on the paperwork, right? So that's
mm.
when she started to wake up and say, okay, this is bullshit, and she started, leaving the church. And another one, I mean, the one who went to jail, she had to wake up. After that, she had to wake up. But a lot of people started waking up because of money, because like,
They're
okay,
getting broke
yeah, getting
because
broke, and
yeah.
he was trying to say it was. I mean, when the guy tells you is Jesus Christ, this is when you need to run. Okay,
So you're
when
against formed religions, organized religions. You're against a lot of these people like, oh, Jesus Christ is BS, blah blah blah. But then you go and you fall for an idiot like that one, and you consider him a Jesus or a God or whatever it is. The same thing with Rajneesh. So you say
Mhm.
like you want something different from religion, Christianity, whatever it is, and then you end up in a cult where you're pretty much like on their like this guy's feet, treating him like a god, like
Oh,
crying when you see him passing by. Like, what in the world? Like, it makes no sense. I would
but
love
I don't
that to
know.
make sense, but it doesn't.
For me, it's nuts because listen, if that guy came from the beginning with his Facebook group saying, I'm Jesus, reincarnated or
Hmm
whatever, I'm Jesus, okay, and people buy it, whatever. But you've been with that guy for maybe 2 to 3 years. He never talked about Jesus, but they were talking about, they were in contact with angels. That's what they say in
Uh,
the commentary, when they
hmm
meditate, blah, 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 the angels are talking to them and telling them in
hmm
their dreams or whatever, and okay, this is your twin flame. That's why they decide how you get your
Gabriel
twin flame, twin
talking
flames.
to them. Archangel Gabriel,
Gabriel, yeah,
like he talked to Mary.
whatever.
Yeah.
So you with this guy for like 2 to 3 years, okay? He never talked about Jesus or whatever. He always talked about angel. And one day, just one of the blue like this, he said, "Hey, by the way, did you see that picture of Jesus? Do you see a picture of me? Don't you think we look alike? I'm Jesus." I was like, "No, dude, you didn't.
Oh my God.
You didn't just do that. Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah, so I'm Jesus, and I look like him. Everybody knows it. I'm just
Everybody knows
Jesus."
it. Huh. Just have long
This
hair,
is
a
the
beard.
day everybody can look like Jesus. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. And you see how
No,
they
this is
all
the
do
day I'm
try.
like,
Have you noticed how they
no.
all do that same thing too with the hair and the beard? Those cult leaders. Funny, isn't it?
Oh,
It's completely insane.
ludicrous, like they say, craziness. And
Yeah.
now, at the end of the documentary, this guy, this is why it's gonna go. It's gonna go down and bad. He bought a property like Rajneesh. He bought a
Uh-huh.
property in. Where did he buy that property? I don't remember in which state. Anyway, he bought a property where they're gonna do the ranch, and he said everybody who is part of the church has to live there. So they're all
Okay.
going to work
Yeah.
for free there. They're all going to be
Yeah.
like Rajneesh. They're all going
Mm-hmm.
to build the city there. They're all going to work for free. And they can only stay between each other because you can only find a twin flame within the community.
Of
It's not
course.
outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
This
had a
is
dream like, oh, actually, twin flame is between us. It's not outside. But there's a lot of women. They don't have enough
of
men.
course, because I
Those
mean,
women.
yeah.
So,
I'm sorry,
everybody's
but
like,
yeah.
lesbian in there? What's
Women
going
are
on?
just like so like they fall for those things so easily too, huh?
I know. I
It's either
know.
like
We're
women
desperate.
or gays, right? It's like always the
Yeah.
same. I'd love to know why, but sad. It's completely sad. And you guys actually, if we were talking about Rajneesh, the coat, and check out episode 50 and 51. Those are the ones that we interviewed
Yeah.
Jane, and she explained how it was to live there. I was actually talking to her today and was asking her, like I said, Jane, we have one listener who was like, it looked like
Hmm.
she had fun, like she enjoyed it. She didn't seem like she had a bad time, like she was struggling or anything. But then
Mm-hmm.
she told me that it was like a she doesn't regret living there, what she experienced, because it was like, life learning experiences for her. She went in
Yeah.
because she was looking for spiritual awakening, and she got some of that, but at the same time there was a lot of bad things with that, and she was just like tired of her life as a 20-year-old, drinking, using
Yeah.
drugs, and just being wild. So
Yeah.
for her, she says, like, it was good, but there were a lot of bad things that she wished she didn't have to go through living in a place like that. So
I
she
know.
was like, what I think is that she just listened to her intuition, and she just got out. She's like, okay, this is not
But
the place for me. I'm out, and she
how
left.
long did she? I don't remember. She stayed like 2 years, right? She didn't stay that
She
long,
said
right?
2, 3 years, yeah. But she said she was going to spend the rest of her life there.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Having kids there and everything.
Eh,
Oh my god.
yeah. So I see, like, it was her little voice, God just saying, like, okay, get out. You're going to be
Oh,
better off.
big. And by the way, we should get sponsored by Netflix because I got some feedback from our listeners. They're all going to watch the Wild Wild Country, documentary on Netflix now. So, Netflix, can we get some money, please? Thank you.
Yeah, some promo on.
And
You have
one of
free
them,
advertisement here.
yes, she was telling me, one of the listeners, she was telling me, oh my God, they actually built something great over there. I'm like, yeah, that big dome,
Hmm.
she was talking about, Jen.
Yeah,
And she was saying, yeah, they built something great over there. But
yeah,
so, yeah, so to go back to freaking, what are I don't even remember their freaking name. We're not even going to name them because they don't
yeah,
deserve no publicity. If
yeah.
you want to
Just a
see the
couple.
documentaries on, yeah, that couple, the evil couple, it's on Netflix too.
Yeah,
Netflix pay us, please. It's on Netflix too. Yeah, so the thing also was, I thought that was crazy. So they tried to have a baby, right? Did you see that part when they
I
tried to have a
saw
baby?
something, yeah, about the baby, yeah, but I didn't really fully
So
pay attention.
you're supposed to be Jesus, or you're supposed to be blessed by God
Mm.
and, you know, the angel and everything. Well, you can get pregnant.
Oh,
How is
wow.
that possible? You should have like at least 10 kids just thinking about it and, have
Yeah.
babies. How come you can't
It's
get
about.
pregnant? And they do IVF and stuff. Excuse me?
Oh,
IVF?
really?
Yes, I thought you were
Ah,
blessed. And you have to do IVF?
you had to
No.
go through all that. Yeah, not very
Yeah.
blessed then. Hmm.
So I think she got pregnant with IVF, then I think she lost the baby. So blessed,
Mm-hmm.
right? And at the end, they get pregnant, but I'm like, and then they said they're gonna call the baby Grace, and
Yeah.
I'm scared for that baby.
I'm
I'm
so
scared for that baby
scared too. I
because
feel sorry for that baby. Ah, it sucks to be
not
raised by
because
a
they
bunch of
already have planned
lunatics.
for her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
they had planned for her like she will never get married, like she will never know a man or something like that because she's a special baby. Like they had
oh,
something for her.
yeah, the Messiah. No, no, he's the Messiah. So it's
Something,
like the baby is
yeah.
what? Rosemary's
I
baby.
don't.
Rosemary's baby.
No, she's not us
It's
Rosemary,
closer
baby.
to that. I say it's closer to that than to the Messiah, for sure.
But at the end, when they told about the baby, her name was Grace. I was like, oh no, why are these people having a
Poor baby.
baby? They shouldn't
Yeah,
allow to, they're crazy. It shouldn't be allowed to have a baby. This is abuse. I mean, I hope the mom is gonna love her kid and I mean, I know they're not gonna hurt her, but mentally, that kid is
yeah,
gonna be screwed up with those two
yeah,
parents.
yeah. Growing up in a cult like that with those, like, it can be good. Can be good. And so they're still free. They can do whatever. They're free to go do whatever they want. Yeah. Hmm?
They
Okay.
didn't do
Yeah.
anything wrong because people are not,
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
going
Right.
there from their free will.
Yeah. They go. They pay. If they want to. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's the whole concept.
The
The whole idea.
Facebook group is you can go on Facebook and check it out and join
Yeah. Yeah.
just to have a look maybe. You can join. Everything is there. I'm sure you can go to the freaking ranch. It must be done by now.
So it
And
made me, now I just remember, I mentioned to you about that time that I almost entered the cult, but I got I got out in time. It's
oh
just
my
like to see
god.
how tricky they are with their whole. I thought, since I was done doing my spiritual, like the meditation classes at the school, I just
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I need to find another school that is gonna teach me like aura readings and energy, like healings, all that kind of stuff. So I found this place, and it was like just like a small room. She said like she did Reiki and all that. So I went there, did the Reiki session, and she's like, "Oh, if you'd like to join, there's this thing like a weekend program from Saturday to Sunday, all day. You're gonna learn a lot about energies, about even a little bit about Kabbalah, a little bit about um, what else? It was like all like covering like numerology, covering a lot of like exoteric stuff. So I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool, I'm gonna join. It wasn't that bad the price, like I told you, like I don't like it's 500, 600, but at the time it was a lot for me. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And so decided to do that. I'm like, okay. So started the class a whole day, Saturday, Sunday, and then they had this thing that I remember they mentioned that with the documentary that they had this uh, couple, right? That they used the couple like a twin flame couple that oh you're like my twin flame. Here's like they're an example of a successful couple, and they use
Yeah.
them like as a like that trophy type of thing. So they had this guy in the meetings that we went to those 2 days. There was an author of a big famous book as well, and the teacher was like, see this guy here, he wrote this super big popular book, and he also did a course. And he's like, yeah, like I did, and he's sitting next to me.
Famous.
And I'm like, but then I was looking at her, and she's all like trying to talk about this school. It's like a mystery school, blah blah blah, based
Mm-hmm.
in Japan. And there's this guy in Japan, and she was very happy with it. And I was looking at her, like she's saying, like she's vegan, doesn't eat any meat because of the whole spiritual thing, but she doesn't look that good. So I'm like, okay, red flag one.
Yeah.
Red flag two, she got divorced. She was already in her 40s, no kids,
Mm-hmm.
living with a roommate. So I'm like, I don't know if it's
Ooh,
an ideal
living.
life, for someone who's trying to say,
Yeah.
like, I'm super, like, I've been doing this
Spiritual.
forever and I'm like very happy. Yeah, it just doesn't look like the type of life you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, okay, weird. So continue to do like the whole meditation thing, and then learning about like the like angels, archangels, all that stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. The next day,
Mm-hmm.
she said, so we're gonna have an initiation day or event at Sunday night. On Sunday night, you guys gonna
You have to
go
be
home,
naked.
take a shower, clean yourself good, and there's this big initiation. I'm like, okay, gonna
Oh
go.
my God.
Oh, you should have seen it. When I
You did.
walked in the room, first of all, everybody was wearing black. I'm like, black?
Oh hell no, Sylvia. I would have
Why is
gotten out
everybody
of that
wearing
room.
black? And then
This
I
is the
went
devil.
in, and when I went in, it was like those horror movies with people in a
Yes.
circle. And I went in a
Mm.
circle by myself. I had to go
Oh,
down on my knee.
oh, Sylvia. Oh my. You see? You
I,
see how easy it is? You see?
yes, I did. That's
You.
when I could see like the whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is very weird. And she's like, "Oh,
No.
you're beautiful. You're just like, thank you for being here right now." She's doing
Oh
a bunch
my
of.
God.
I'm like, and then I'm like, "Oh shoot! I got baptized by this weird stuff. Like, what is that? What
Were
happened
you
here?"
were you the only one getting initiated that
No,
night, or was other
no, there are like a
people?
bunch of people that did that course that weekend. You know,
Okay, okay, we're
and
not the
they did
only
it.
one.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, it's getting like a certification for like, where's my
Oh,
certification? Am I like becoming? Oh, I don't even know. Is that like the cross? What is it called? That the diagram? No, hexagram on the floor. So
Rosemary's Baby.
yeah, it's Rosemary's Baby style. See, I was like, kind of weird, but
Oh my
anyway, I was
God.
very
Oh my
confused,
God.
scared. I
Oh
left
my
that shit,
gosh.
and I'm like, I don't know. And then Patrick said, "What's the name of this thing?" And I said, "Mystery School." Blah 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 blah. There was another name.
Yeah.
He typed it.
Mystery.
He's like he typed like something like that and then cult. And it was a huge like do not go for that. They're gonna take all your money because it's
Um,
exactly the same thing that they do. They sell you those
yeah.
programs and then you do a little course here, you do a little course there, and then they have the university, the
Yeah.
mystery exoteric university where you do like a 1 year program. And then I remember her saying, a lot of people are gonna stop talking to you, you're going to lose friends, might affect your relationship, but that's because you're growing spiritually.
Yes, of course you
And
are.
so I'm like, like you put all those things together. And Patrick is like, what the heck? Get out of this thing. This is weird. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to come back. So I did it
Yeah.
for those 2 days. And then the next day she's like emailing me, where are you, Sylvia? You didn't show up for this. You didn't like,
Yeah, and we
never
never.
again. But you see, it's the same technique that they use for everything, for all these cults, all these programs. They start by like just offering like a 20-minute reading or something very, and then you just do it. Oh, now you feel like you're prepared. You can do this other one and this other one and this other one. And then let's see, you're in a, I don't know, I think they consider themselves like a secret society. Oh, yeah, it was a kind of a secret society where they had famous people all around the world that was part of the secret
Secret,
society.
but you have a big university? Give me a break.
Yeah, and then you have to do the university. It was like they felt like they consider themselves like a society, like a secret, exoteric society, like the Masons, like all that kind of crap.
Mason, how come I've never been approached by a cult? I'm not cultable,
No,
not a
well,
cultable
I looked for
person.
it because I went for.
You look for
I was
them.
approached. I was looking for a spiritual class, and I got into that crap. But I was
But
smart enough, thanks to my husband and me having my intuition telling me get the fuck out.
thank God for Patrick. But
Yeah.
that's how I start when you're looking for spiritual guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Always how I start, because those poor people from Twin Flame, they're looking for spiritual guidance. They're like, I know my love is there somewhere. I cannot find it.
Yeah.
And they find those two crazy people and that cult, and they tell you,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is this person, is your twin flame.
And if you're weak, if you're vulnerable,
Yeah.
you're gonna go for it. Totally gonna go fall for it. So be careful, guys. Be careful. Even
Let me
can you
check.
imagine? Even me almost fell for
Yeah.
that.
Even you from so guys, yeah, Sylvia was almost in a cult. Oh
Almost
my
in a
God.
cult. Yeah, FYI. Hashtag almost in a cult. Yeah.
Hashtag. Okay, just if we talk about everything I wanted to talk about, Jesus, yeah. I think I went from everything. Crazy.
Oh yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you guys want to know more, just watch a documentary on Netflix, Escaping Twin Flames. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people talk about it also online on YouTube. You can find a ton of content in there. So,
And it's
but that was our
on the
take.
episode, the Twin Flames episode. We also interviewed someone who talks about that. I just don't remember what is the number, episode number.
34 and 35. No, 34 is 29 and 30.
29 and 30. Yeah. So check it out.
Episode 29 and 30 about Twin Flames. Check it out.
We interviewed someone, Jessica Mendes, and she tells her story about it. And now we're giving our opinion about it. And you guys decide for yourself what you think about. It's just the cult theme that we've been covering. We started with Taylor Swift.
Yes, Taylor Swift cult.
Don't hate us, please. Whoever's listening,
I don't
that
care.
loves her. But if you do, that's fine. Then we went to Rajneesh, and now back to the Twin Flames. So, and I guess we're wrapping up the cult theme now. We're gonna move on to other stuff.
It's almost the end of the year. Let's wrap it up and talk about something more, joyful around Christmas.
Yeah, where you can actually be like free yourself and make things on your own terms. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, have a great weekend. Okay.
Yes.
Have fun.
Bye, everybody, and have a great weekend. You too, and don't forget to actually leave reviews if you can on iTunes, Spotify. Please. It really means a lot to us, and just spread the word about the podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Bye. Take care.
Thank you for tuning in to High Vibes and a Mic. Until next time, laugh hard, stay silly, and never forget to bring your sense of humor. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest.